Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brescher here. Today, we're all going to be learning how to write an algebraic expression, and then we're also going to use that expression to solve problems, real world problems. That's right, we'll be working on standard 6.1 and 6.3 for algebra and functions listed below. All right, well, let's move on and start our work. Okay, let's review a little bit. See if you can replace the variable with its given value and solve these problems. Pause the screen, and then we'll go over each one. Okay, the first thing that I need to do for this first one is replace the value of y with its given value. I replaced it with the value of 12, and then we're going to subtract. Okay, notice I put in parentheses. That doesn't mean that we need to do this part first. Usually that just means, or it's kind of showing that I am representing the variable with its given value. That's the answer you should have got. Now just do the same thing for the others. Follow along. And that's how we replace the given value, or the variable, with its given value. Let's move on. Here, we need to help Cade place the words in the T-chart that go with each operation. So let's take a look at the words. Maybe you could make this T-chart in your own notes and see if you could place them in the right sections. And then we'll go over it. Okay, let's look over these words. All right, first we have less than over here. Less than goes with, yes, subtraction. Okay, quotient, that's the answer to a division problem. Difference, what's that go with? Yeah, subtraction, that's the answer to a subtraction problem. Times means to multiply, good job. Sum, the answer to an addition problem. All right. Plus, that one's easy. To add or to plus something would be addition. Okay, more than usually goes with addition. Divided by goes with division. To multiplied by goes with multiply. Added to, again, a pretty easy one. Some of these are really easy and some are a little more challenging. Minus, go with subtraction. And then we also have decreased by, deducted by, subtracted from. And finally, increased by is with addition. But some of you might be thinking, well, if it's increased by double, then it could be multiplication. So some of these could end up going with more than one. All right, Cade says thank you. Moving on to the next ones. Here, Cade, he must have changed his name to Dylan now. The fish weighed P pounds. This one here, the green one. Write an algebraic expression in terms of P for the weights of the other 3 fish that Dylan caught. So if this fish right over here weighed twice as much as the green fish, now we know the green fish weighs P pounds, what would be your algebraic expression? All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase to reveal. Let's see what you got. 2P or 2 times P. Now, usually we would actually write this dot in here. That means to multiply. But in algebra, we can simply write the answer just like this. That means 2 times P. All right, moving on down to the next one. This fish, well, that's definitely bigger, weighed 6 pounds more than the green fish. So how would we write that as an algebraic expression? That's right, you're going to have to add 6 pounds to the value of P. Does anybody know what property allows us to change the order of addition here? Good job. The commutative property of addition. Excellent work on standards that we've already been working on in class. In this last one, we have this smaller fish, and it says he weighed 3 pounds less than the green fish. So if the green fish is P, what algebraic expression would you write? Okay, 3 pounds less means that we would have to subtract 3. Good work. Moving on to the next page. Here's another real-world example. If Cade bought a skateboard for $28 with his birthday money, write an algebraic expression for the amount of birthday money he has left. Okay, what keywords kind of tell you what you might use, what operation? That's right, he has left. That would be a keyword that we would definitely want to pay attention to, and it usually tells us that we're going to subtract something. If M represents his birthday money and $28 is the cost of the skateboard, how would we write this? Okay, the amount of birthday money that he has, good, minus the $28 for the skateboard. Okay, now we've got a really challenging one here that I want you to work on with a neighbor. So take a little moment with a neighbor, but let's pretend that Cade also bought 2 squirt guns for $D each. So each squirt gun was $D. How would you write an algebraic expression to represent the amount of birthday money he has left after buying the skateboard and the 2 squirt guns? Pause the screen, then we'll go over it. All right, so what did you and your neighbor discuss? Yes, he's still going to have to subtract the skateboard, but now he also needs to subtract the value of the squirt gun, which is D. But we have 2 squirt guns, so we're going to put 2 times D. How many of you got this as your answer? Excellent work. Keep it up. Here's some more practice ones. Again, I'm going to let you kind of work on these on your own. When you unpause the screen, all the answers will be revealed. Pause the screen, and then we'll go over them in a short. Okay, so how did you do? There were a couple pretty challenging ones here. If we look at this problem right here, 2 less than a number S, we have to think about what we start with and what we're taking away. If you had 2 less than 3, we would say the answer is 1. So let's just say that you have 2 less than S. Instead of doing 3 minus 2, you would do S minus 2. That was a pretty challenging one. This one here, the order doesn't matter because of the commutative property of addition. However, you're adding the y to the number 46, which you already had. So that was another kind of challenging one. Moving on. Now it's your turn to try to come up with the word form that would go with each algebraic expression. Pause the screen, and then we'll go over a couple different answers you could have potentially come up with. Okay, so what'd you come up with for this first one here? Okay, the sum of 43 and B more than 43, 43 increased by B. Those are all great answers. On this one here, you probably had S divided by 2 or the quotient of S and 2. On this one, again, 71 more than K, K increased by 71, K plus 71, or even the sum of K and 71. On this one, you may have had 16 less than Z, or Z minus 16, Z decreased by 16, or even Z deducted by 16. How about here? Okay, 6 times H, or 6 multiplied by a number H. The product of 6 and a number H, all good answers. And finally, this last one. Okay, P minus 17, again. You could have P deducted by 17, 17 fewer than P, or 17 less than P would all be great answers. How about the difference of P and 17? Well, I hope this helped you out with understanding algebraic expression. And we got one more major problem to leave you with here. Let's help Kate out with these last two. Try to evaluate by replacing the variable with its given value. Okay, here's the first video. So you had to replace the value of n with its given value over here, and also replace the value of x with its given value. Then we always need to use GEMDAS in order to solve our order of operations. Graciously excuse my dear Aunt Sally, in which we would do multiplication before the addition and subtraction. Your answer? 18. How did you do? Now let's do this next one. Pause the screen, and then you can push play when you want to go over it. Okay, first you should have replaced the variables with their given values, in which r is 48, m is 2, and y is 3. So here is the m value and the y value. And then, of course, right here, the r value. First, we need to do the division and multiplication from left to right. 48 divided by 4 is 12. And 2 times 3, this part is 6. And then times 2 more is 12. So our answer here is 0. Well, I hope that helped you out. See you.